Alright, so now we're back. So, like I said in the last part, we left off talking about the loot and the gear. Yeah, we just added the card right here, so we can go in here and add that card to the deck. And I can exit, save changes like that. So let's go down here. So if I look back at that journal entry, if I go back to journal entry, it said I need to go 60 paces south, and then I need to find 2 palm trees to the east, I believe. I'm not sure if it said to the east, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to. So here you go. Here's the cliffs right for now. You're gonna go right here, and these are gonna end up being palm trees eventually. But here's the X that marks the spot. This is the buried treasure. So boom, I walk into it, and then it gives me a lot of gold, and then I give Salty Doug's share of treasure back to him for the ship. And then it gives me 2 cards and some XP. So here's the cards. Boom, there they are. Oh, another thing I want to point out is cards can go into, you know, if you've ever played any card games, you have your discard pile and your exhaust pile in our game in this case, and then some cards just get deleted. If they go into the exhaust pile, that you get them back at the end of the game of the duel. If you go to the discard pile, they get reshuffled back into your deck eventually. It's typically how it works. So let's go ahead and do our next quest. So again, this kind of displays this. This will be changed later when I add the actual town interface. But for now, this is using the dialogue system. Here you can see our PoE, because I guess one of these has the option. So I can go to the market. I can buy some cards. I'll go ahead and buy Quick Thrust. Some of these cards are limited, some of them aren't. I don't know why there's 2 aim shots. That needs to be fixed, probably. Maybe not, I'm not sure. You can heal here. This is where if you go into a fight and you need to heal back, it's just cost 3 PoE to heal. I can talk to the barmaid. Let's see here, there's her portrait. So we're gonna go ahead and recruit that crew now. Yeah, so it's basically going to be a game of blackjack with a twist. Basically, you're going to be able to use these cheats, which are going to be represented in what's called cheat tokens, which will be set to double your yammer, not your yammer. We've kind of balanced it a little bit since then, and I'm going to go ahead and click play. So if you know the normal rules of blackjack, if you don't, they're right. They can be explained here a little bit. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and go into blackjack. So here you have your cheats. Your cheat tokens right here. So since I have 10 yammer, I start with 20 cheat tokens, and here you can see here's my 2 cards. I'm starting with 20, which is actually pretty good, not gonna lie. And then here you have your cheats. Since I have 20, I can use all of them. I'm not gonna explain what they all do right now, but basically what they do is they let you, when I say cheat, it basically means exactly what you think it does. It lets you reveal cards, it lets you swap cards, it lets you up the score from 21 to something else. So we're gonna just kind of play a game through here and explain the rules as we go. So right now I'm on my 5th hand right now, so that's why there's an X there. We can hit, stand, or double down. I haven't implemented split aces yet, but pretty much everything else in this game works. So I'm gonna go ahead and just peek at his card. So there we go. Now he's gonna have a 14, I'm gonna have a 20 out of 21. I'm gonna go ahead and stand. I don't know what he's going to get. Yeah, he busted. Yeah, because that was a 9. So I got 20 points from that because I had a total of 20. There we go. If I double down, it would double the score. I have still 19 tokens. So I'm going to draw a suitless ace. Boom. So there's suitless cards in this, and the suits actually do matter because in this case there is like a flush system, almost like in poker. But basically it's whenever you have like I think it's 2 or more of the same suit, and suitless counts in that. So since I have this, I can get, you know, more cards. Right now there's no music, sorry. I'm already at 5. I'm only down to 5 cheat tokens, so I could nudge it, but I'm gonna stand because I already have 21 and I have a flush. So, and we drew. Okay, so I did not expect that to happen, but I got 2 cheat tokens back. There we go. Yeah, so when you draw, you only get 2 back. When you win, you get points. If you lose, you don't get anything, I don't think. I mean, you might get 2 petty tokens. I want to swap this card with his. So now I have a 7. I'm gonna hit again. Oh, I busted. Okay, so I get 2 cheat tokens for kind of just, it's like you put in the effort, basically. You get 2 back. So now I'm not really looking too good. I'm gonna do this. So this one basically lets me pick which card I want from the top of the deck. So it lets you pick from the top 3. Boom, there we go. I'm gonna double down. Boom, there we go. Doubling down means I lost. Oh, great. He got 20, I had 16. So I got 4 for at least doubling down. So that's cool. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna win this. I have a score of 20. You need a score of 50, I think, to win, and you need a score of 100 to get. So basically, the point of this game is like it said, to recruit crew. Now later on, we'll probably add other rewards like pieces of 8 and gear and cards, maybe some other things like that. But right now, it's just crew. And basically, the reason why you earn crew is it's basically like a social game where the better you play at this game, the more people you convince to join your crew, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like, you know, you're flexing on everybody there at the bar, like, oh, like, or the port or the tavern, whatever you want to call it. And basically, I can do this. Boom, I'm at 21. I have, boom, I'm gonna, I don't know what his card is. Oh, I should have peeked at his card. All right, I'm gonna stand because he's gonna, and then I get 21 points. So I got 40. I did not. I need to do better than that. Yeah, I'm gonna play again. We're gonna cut to me winning. How about that? Let's just reset the game. This is not gonna be an option in the game, but we're gonna keep trying till I win. So once, of course, once a dealer gets to 17, he can no longer draw once he gets past 17. So whatever he has above 17 is the score. So since I had 20, he had 19. I won. I got that plus. I'm not sure why I got 23, but I think it's probably because of something else I did. And we drew. Wow. Okay. Oh yeah. When you draw, it gives you back your hand. Let's stand. Oh, he had 17. I win. I got 98. I was so close. So depending on how many, it's gonna be. There's gonna be a formula for how many crew that you get, but right now it's just 10, 15, or 20. 20 being if you get a score over 100, and then 15 if you get, I think, above 75. All right. Let's see. Now the next quest is to steal the cannons for the ship. So that's where the next mini game is going to come in. So that game is called Lights Out. Kind of like what the name entails is the lights are gonna be out. You're gonna be hiding your crew. It's more of like a small puzzle mini game. Kind of like the Mastermind one was a small puzzle. This one's a similar set. Very temporary sprites. Basically explains the rules. You toggle barrels by clicking on them, and then it hides the adjacent, and then it reveals the adjacent ones or toggles the adjacent ones the opposite way. The more I hide, the better. The more I hide, basically, the more likely I am to get out with whatever I'm stealing. If I get it in that number of moves, I win. And you only, in this case, you only have 2 moves in the starting one, which means I only have to click 2 different places to win. So it shows you moves here. We're gonna do, oh god. So basically the way this works is I'm gonna click on one and it's gonna invert everything around it. So if I do that, and then if I do that, oh, I did not do that good. He's gonna say get your hands off of it because I lost. I'm gonna, wait. Did it say? Oh yeah, it says, now it says steal the cannons. I'm gonna steal the cannons again. Let's try that again. Oh, I almost got out. Well, I got it, but I didn't get the safe to open. I didn't get the pieces of 8, so I can come back again and try that again later. Okay, so now we basically made it where even if you don't get a perfect score, you can get out with the cannons, but you don't get the gold if you don't get out with a perfect score. And here we go. Oh yeah, the music changes whenever you get through those first set of quests. So now the castaway is ready. Now that we have his crew and money and cannons for the ship. So now he's gonna tell you Harlan the Hex has his friend Jimmy Hands patrolling the island. He has his crew patrolling the island, which is those roaming guys down here. You can see one of them kind of in the corner right there. And then he's explaining to you the Navy part, which has not. That's the only minigame that hasn't been implemented yet. That's the next minigame we're going to implement. And it's the last minigame that has not been implemented, which is the naval combat. Every mode in this game is turn-based, as you've kind of been able to tell, especially the duel part. It's all turn-based. So he's explaining the morale part a little bit. Yeah, so he's explaining morale cards, and then he's going to give me a card there. So he's going to tell me to go to Port Caster and attack Jimmy Can. So, oh yeah, I'll go ahead and fight this guy. So here you can see, here's where the Navigator tag comes in. I can evade him, which 75% chance, so I basically, Got it. But now I'm gonna go ahead and click charge and try to attack him. So it's gonna end up being like 2 people as a sprite running towards you instead of just one guy, because you know it's meant to be a group of them patrolling, if that makes sense. You know, here's a good way to kind of farm not farm XP, but like, you know, get extra pieces of 8 and XP, kind of, sort of. I'm gonna go ahead and attack him and block that, and I'm gonna use this to give me a status effect. So here's another status effect. This one, you gain energy at the start of the next turn. So you want to stack those because you lose that status effect after that gets used. And then we have these things called stances, which are status effects that basically last until you replace it with another one. So in this case, this one's the defensive stance, which gives you 5 defense at the end of each turn. So there it is right there, and it's based on your endurance. So once I level up my endurance, I'll have more stuff. So he attacked, and I blocked some of it. I think I blocked all of it. Oh yeah, that's nice. Gonna go ahead and attack here. Let's go ahead and shoot this guy. Take out that guy, boom. And I have 1 more energy because I used that, well, it's not really gonna make a difference, but go ahead and use it. So energy does not carry over per round. So you really no point in not using it. So now he did some damage. I guess I could reload. So this, yeah, defensive stance, yeah, like I said, stays there until you replace it. Reload. I'm gonna hit him, and that's all I can do for now. He's gonna do 16 damage. Ouch. Okay. Oh yeah, he's got, now that he's alone, he's got this poisonous sword. I think pretty much all the cards for the most part have been implemented in the game with the exception of a couple, like Seeking Spell, which is a spell that you get later on. A spell card you get later on. Let's go ahead and block. And there we go. Now we blocked it, at least. Oh, I probably didn't need to do that, but whatever. I'm gonna use this to draw a card. Oh, he gave me poison. Okay. Let's go ahead and attack him, and I don't have any more energy. Lovely. So, yeah, I'm losing health from the poison. Boom. I'm gonna go ahead and boom, finish him off. So he gave me some pieces of 8 and XP, and then after you fight them again, you don't get as much. So let's go ahead and look for some loot before we go over to the other island. So there are some loot chests. I'm not going to show where they all are, but there are a couple. I'm going to avoid those guys. Yeah, the islands are not, like, this one's decent size. Like, it's not big, but it's not, like, tiny. And the point of the game is not to have, like, a bunch of structures to walk around. It's more just you click on things and then they're there. There we go. So I just got some gear. And it explains how you can get it. So I click I. Boom, now I can dual wield this knife. And it gives me +1 melee. So now I have 11 melee. And some of these are going to have different buffs and stuff. Maybe combinations of buff, maybe some debuffs. And this also makes the card. So offhand cards, or offhand gear will make cards in the top of your deck. Whereas the main hand will make it in your first hand. And you only get it for that first hand. I'm gonna go ahead and get away. Oh, I made him kind of fast. Go away. Alright, so, oh yeah, another thing I want to mention. You can move with the mouse, if you didn't notice. I can click, I can hold, or I can use WASD. I prefer WASD. Oh, here's the storm, by the way. Yeah, obviously that's gonna get replaced, but yeah. I just got more gear. This is a... Yeah, so here you can see the two-handed weapon. This is more if you're going for a tech build, so I'm gonna stick with... Actually, I'm gonna do bounce knife, then the... There we go. I kind of want that weapon. Let's heal up real quick. Oh, I can crack his safe. I'll do that another time. Alright, so now here we are on the ship. So there's the, again, the art, the ocean, it's all placeholder. It's something I made myself, and I animated, but yeah. You see the waves I added inside. There's Jimmy Hands. We're gonna avoid him for now, because we need more crew. We only have 16 crew. Oh, and then there's Harlan's Tower, which we're not ready to fight yet because we have only 16 crew and we don't have... oh god, get away. Yeah, these guys are very tough to avoid. So you've got some more gear here. I got the Trusted Sword, here we go. Now I can replace my my main sword, so here we go. This also gives me +1 melee. So now I have 12 melee. Let's go here. We'll get some more cards, why not? We'll get Flurry, because that's a good card. And I'm going... Yeah, Dirty Move's another good card. recruit some crew. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Another game of blackjack. Right. Nudge. Yep, we're definitely gonna nudge and stand. And he must. I got 44. I convinced 10 people to join my crew. Oh my gosh. That was lovely. Alright. Crew can be killed off or injured in fights once you have crew and you fight other crew. And the next two fights are the next two main fights, like the boss fight and the Jimmy Hands fight here, are crew battles, since you're fighting them on the ship. And once we have the naval battle system in, your crew left will be based on how well you do in that mode, and same with theirs. I won't show this next part until we get into the actual duel, but basically you have a few options. You can either, depending on how well you play, you either sink their ship and they lose, but then you don't get as much of the loot back and you don't get to fight them. They either sink you and you have to fight again, or lose and then you reload your last checkpoint. So in this game, when you die, it's not a roguelite where you die and then you have to go all the way back or you lose stuff. You basically just load your last checkpoint or save point. That's it. Like, this is not a roguelite. I just wanted to clarify that. The other two options are you try to escape, which isn't always an option, or they try to escape, actually, I believe. I can't remember which one it is. And then the fourth option is you board their ship before it sinks. So that's what we're gonna do. So he spotted you. Eventually he's gonna have his own like AI of him moving around. Right now he's just sitting there. So we decided to board his ship. Now he's crippled. So he explains the morale part a little bit. You get 2 bonus cards every turn based on the size of your crew and your yammer. I don't know why the text was cutting off a little bit. I'll have to fix that. You can only use one of these 2 bonus cards each turn. These cards are called morale cards, and they finish if they're unused. If they're bad morale cards, they get used automatically. So now we have Jimmy Hands here, and we have 2 of his henchmen. So he starts with 30 crew, at least in this version of it. Eventually it'll be based off of whatever you do when you fight him. Now I have 12 melee, so now this starts with 14 damage, so that's nice, but he gets exhausted. And it draws a card, so that's nice. And then I have 26 crew because I was only able to recruit 10 in that last fight. So here we have the morale system, I guess you want to say. Yeah, the morale mechanic. And this bar is not showing the full score. It's just the bar is showing the full score. This number is not. This number is just showing your crew. So the bar is based on the crew plus your actual yammer. So in my case, my yammer is 10, I believe. So my morale is 36. So I think compared to his 30, I think that's better. So here you have some of your morale cards here. This one gives me 12 defense and injured for my crew. That's not really that good of a card unless I was desperate. Because right now I don't have any, there's not many cards that will heal your crew. I mean, there are some, but the more you get injured crew, the more they injure your crew, which he's already going to kill 5 crew if I don't block that. Yeah, that's not going to be good. This one's just going to remove all the cards, but it costs 1 energy. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to do this. I'm going to attack one of his henchmen. Sure. Oh, I guess I didn't attack that one. Whatever. Oh, I think it was random. That's why. It was attack a random enemy. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't matter which one you attack. It's just random. So it did that guy, I guess. And then it drew a card, and that's going to be my turn. I don't know if I'm going to block that. No, he injured my crew. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take off his shield. Reduce debuffs. I don't have any debuffs on me. The debuffs would be burn or weekend or whatever. We're going to do this one. Yeah, there we go. Let's do that. If it said heal crew, I definitely would have done that. So here's our injured crew here. So that... I don't think he's injured my crew too much, so that's good. So I still am getting some good ones. I'm definitely not going to use that. Use this one. So yeah, like you notice, you use one, the other one goes away. That way you don't have to use them. It's like you gotta pick your poison kind of thing is how it works. So now he's giving me some debuffs. Off balance, which will lower the amount of defense I get per turn by 25%. And then, or round, I should say. And then same with the weekend. So I've got 2 weekend and 1 off balance. That's fine. I can still take you out. Maybe. There we go. Yeah, not all the cards have sound effects right now, and not all the attacks have sound effects, and not all of them. Like this one doesn't have a sprite yet. Once I have the crew sprite, I'll probably use something similar for this. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't do any damage. So as you see, when you block crew damage, you don't lose any crew, so that's good. And typically at the end of the fights, you're gonna want to. What's gonna happen is some of your crew get healed, some of them don't, and they die. So you'll lose some crew, and then you'll get some crew back, basically, unless you heal them now. There we go. I beat him. Cool. That was a long fight, I dragged it out quite a bit. Sorry about that. Yeah, and so all these things we're getting from his ship are going to be used on our ship later on, or even the ship we have now. So like the extra sail, hammock, all that stuff, that's going to be able to be used later on when we have the ship UI. And then he gives us some spell cards, so that would be cool to use. And we get a golden token. Golden tokens, basically, the way they work is they are going to allow you to upgrade cards. So you get a token for each card. Eventually, there's going to be another way to upgrade cards, but right now we're just using tokens, upgrade tokens. So I took some damage from that fight, I think. You can see here, here's the little dot saying I have something new in the decoder, which is the upgrade card thing, which is showing up right here. And then here it is, basic thrust. So I could upgrade basic thrust. So in this we have two different upgrade versions. We have the plus version and the pluck version. And I'll just quickly explain. Plus is usually always a net positive, whereas pluck's kind of a, all or nothing. Like it's a gamble whether it's good or not, depending. It's more situational. So with the plus, it's still unlimited, and this one actually returns your hand. Sometimes that might be good if you have really high melee and you want to keep that card in your hand. Otherwise, like this one, it's gets it out of your hand, gets it out of your deck, and now you have less of these cards. I'm gonna go with the pluck card, honestly. Yeah. And now it's upgraded, so yeah. So now it automatically updates all the cards in my deck, and yeah, so I'm gonna remove these because this should be updated, but right now it still has 6 plucks. I need to have it fixed because the max is 4 for cards that you don't own, or not own, that aren't unlimited. So this card's unlimited, so I can have as many of those as I want. I'm actually gonna get rid of some of them. Maybe I'm gonna do defense feint. I'm gonna do flurry. I forgot to add that to my deck. Ammo cache would be a good one to have. Flame glyph, definitely. Oh, dirty move to, yeah. Oh, drag and drop wasn't working. Let's get a warning shot. Go ahead and save that. So yeah, that's basically the gist of the mechanics of the game. This is definitely going to be split up a little bit, so thank you guys for watching. Please stay tuned for more parts. I'm kind of recording this all at once, so I want to, show as much of the game as I can, and then break down some of the code, some of the whatever, I don't know, just certain functionalities and features that I didn't go over, like the saving, loading, all that stuff. So I'm going to end it there. I'm going to see you in the next part.